Once upon an evening dreary, from a party weak and bleary, Edgar Allan Poe absconded from the crowd and out the door. Truthful is this tale of woe, set some 100 years ago, when he was found slumped and dying in the streets of Baltimore, mumbling, Reynolds, Reynolds, to depart hence nevermore.
Edgar, you must go on.
Virginia. She doesn't love you. Virginia, my love.
Go on, Edgar.
Even though your spirit lies on plutonian shores and your body interred within the sodden ground, my love shall always be with you.
Forevermore?
And evermore. 'Tis the last ember of my chilled heart. Prudence!
The door was wide open, so
The door was locked.
and the window was open. Edgar, do you see what my love has reduced me to? My love will overcome any obstacle.
Even if you were on the wrong side of a moonless night.
I would swim across the inky sea to be at your side.
Even if you were the victim of some unholy inquisition.
Even if I was interred behind a wall, I would claw my way to be at your feet.
Even if you were dead.
The dead who haunt you are nothing more than the fears of the living. Just warm me once more in your clandestine embrace. There comes an age, Edgar, when every boy must do away with his dollies and pinafores. You are 40.
My dear Reynolds, meet me at Mother's in Baltimore. Virginia. Virginia, I know I did not deserve to have you. How could I deserve this? You carried on with another man.
The very idea. Really. Edgar, you said it yourself. I was always in your heart.
What about the time I missed your birthday?
You were called away to a luncheon held for you by your readers. Such is the cost of genius. Go on, Edgar. Go on.
Mr. Poe, if you do not remove yourself immediately, I shall be forced to call for assistance.
Maria, there is no one to call. Did she love him?
First, you take my child.
My wife.
My child. Only to deliver her into death's embrace. And now you want me to betray her confidences?
I loved her like she was myself. To lose her is to lose myself.
Of course. But what have you ever done for anyone other than yourself, Edgar? What have you ever done for me? You didn't even bother to send word of Virginia's last days.
I was in grief. All right. It was 4 years ago that the first signs of illness were upon her. She was bedridden for some time when I was called to a salon reading of The Raven held by a smattering of esteemed colleagues. Virginia seemed like she would continue without me, so I departed. Something did not bode well within me, so I returned early to find the cold creeping through an open window, which I now know to be the act of this fleeing lover.
After I die, you must go on, Edgar.
You know who he is.
Reynolds, of course, was nothing more than a pseudonym. It was I gave him his name, after the rat poison manufacturer. But you must understand, Edgar, that in time, the love turned to loathing. In fact, it was with his namesake's poison that she planned to take her own life. You may see yourself out the same way you saw fit to enter, uninvited and alone. Go on, Edgar. Go on.
Reynolds has left me, once again on account of his writing. He says he loves me, but I am abandoned, pinned to this bed by my wedding vows. Now I know his only love is the one he meets every day when he looks in the mirror, my dearest Reynolds. I have obtained the vial of poison, which will become my salvation and my damnation. With my last breath, I will tell you to go on. Go on, Edgar. So that in death, I may finally be free of you.
Reynolds. Truthful is this tale of woe, set some 100 years ago, when he was found slumped and dying in the streets of Baltimore, mumbling, "Reynolds, Reynolds," to depart hence nevermore.